What if I told you Maumee School District is often praised, but it also has growing pains that you should know before you move here? Hey everyone, it's Garrett Luhring, host of Moving to Toledo and your local realtor with Danbury Realtors and the 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐓 home team. If you're considering a move to Maumee, Ohio, or trying to compare school districts for your kids, this video is for you. We'll dig into what makes Maumee City Schools stand out, where it struggles, how it stacks up with Sylvania, Perrysburg, and Anthony Wayne, and what parents should really expect. And yes, stick around. I'll share one key area where Maumee is quietly improving that might surprise you. If this looks familiar, it's because in my video, Toledo versus Columbus, which city is right for you, I pointed out how school district reputation moves real estate values. Today, we zoom in only on Maumee. If you find this useful, hit like and subscribe so you catch every school district that I do a deep dive into. So let's start with the basics. What is Maumee City School District and who does it serve? Maumee City Schools covers students from kindergarten through 12th grade. It includes several schools, including Fairfield Elementary and Fort Miami Elementary for K through 3, Maumee Intermediate grades 4 and 5, Maumee Middle School for grades 6 and 8, and Maumee High School grades 9 through 12. The student population overall is about 2,143 students across all grades. This is per 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐓. The student-teacher ratio is roughly 15 to 1, which is pretty favorable when you compare to larger districts in the area. That's a lot more personalized learning for the students. Maumee's median age of residence is about 34 and a half years old, which is a little younger than many parts of Lucas County and Ohio overall. That tends to mean more families with school-age children. Here, academic performance is generally above average. According to 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐓, about 66% of students in Maumee are proficient in math and 67% in reading. On the Ohio School Report Card site, Maumee shows solid achievement, though there's variation across grade levels in schools. Some schools in Maumee are often rated among the best in the area, including Fairfield Elementary, Maumee High School, and Maumee Intermediate. These are frequently named in top spots in local rankings and reviews. Parents often say that teachers are caring, there's a great community involvement, and the classes are challenging enough, but not overly strenuous for the kids. Outside the classroom, Maumee offers decent extracurriculars and community involvement. There are sports, arts, gifted and special needs programming. Parents say that students here are seen. You're not just a face in the crowd, and part of that could be because of the smaller, more personalized class sizes. But like any place, it is not perfect. No school district is. There are some areas where Maumee gets praise and criticism. And if you move here, you'll want realistic expectations. So here are some of the key challenges. Test scores lag behind in some parts. While many schools do well, some grade levels show lower proficiency in reading or math compared to the state averages. Not all schools perform equally here. Some elementary schools do much better than others. It's important to do your research before deciding on an area and a district to commit to. Families often compare school to school rather than the district as a whole because you have multiple elementaries here. Growing demands on resources are another issue. As families move in or enrollments shift, class size and staffing become a more constant discussion. Also, we have competition with nearby districts such as Sylvania, Perrysburg, Anthony Wayne, all of which offer strong schooling and sometimes newer facilities or more funding for certain programs. Parents often have to weigh whether the extra cost of housing or taxes in these areas compared to Maumee yields enough difference in education versus the other nearby school districts. This is something that your realtor should be able to help explain to you and show the differences and show the nuances of different areas, tax burdens in the different areas, and what to expect with school districts and so on. Looking at Maumee though, let's dig deeper into those strengths and the weaknesses. Some of the strengths in Maumee is that it's got a very strong community feel. Again, we're coming back to that smaller, more personalized approach. Because it's not huge, many teachers, administrators, and families know one another. You get a sense of being part of something bigger. Smaller class sizes in some grades help tremendously with the students' ability to pick up the material, follow along, and get the specialized help they may need as an individual. It also has a solid record of graduation, and students tend to do pretty okay after getting ready for college or trade programs. The infrastructure in the school system, the buildings, the athletics, music, and so on, is all generally well maintained as well. Maumee also offers a range of programs from preschool to high school, from special education to gifted, from athletics to arts. You are not stuck without options here. Many people do appreciate that. It's also relatively affordable compared to the highest end suburbs in the area. Housing and cost of living in Maumee, while to some people it still may not be cheap, it is much less expensive than places like Sylvania, Perrysburg, or most of the Anthony Wayne areas. Sometimes the value per dollar are much more favorable. If you're looking to stretch your budget, sometimes Maumee gives you more for less. Now, looking at some of the weaknesses, some of the academic performance numbers are worrying in certain schools. Proficiency in math and reading in some grades do lag behind state averages. That means teachers may be doing a lot of catch up, or parents may need to step in to help supplement some of that learning and keep them on track. Facilities are also a little bit older in some cases. Some schools might need updates, modernization, technology infrastructure might not be as new as the higher funded districts. There's also budget pressures and taxes sometimes coming into play. Funding schools require tax levies. Some residents feel like the district could do more with what's already allocated, but I'll say that's probably true for all of the local districts and all of the local governments. There are trade offs, especially when balancing quality versus cost, but these are things you need to be aware of. There's also limited enrollment growth versus capacity. So if student numbers increase, there may be strain in certain schools for space, staff, or programs, which could take away from the overall learning environment. Here's where things get really interesting. What gives Maumee a credible claim to being one of the most talked about school districts in Northwest Ohio? Well, it's the way Maumee is balancing quality with affordability while still maintaining community identity. Students in many Maumee schools are achieving fairly strong academic results, but the district isn't asking families to pay as heavily in housing or taxes as some of the other top tier suburbs do. Maumee High School size is manageable at only 637 students, which helps in maintaining a closer student teacher connection. Recent data also shows growth in some schools' achievement and facility improvements. The district has been working on updating technology and infrastructure in many cases. Parents often say that teachers are accessible, willing to go the extra mile, and that there's more bang for your buck here than in many higher cost suburbs. So if you are someone who wants good schools, not perfect, but definitely solid, and you want to balance cost, community, and opportunities, Maumee might hit that perfect sweet spot. Plus, it's located right up along the Maumee River with some beautiful parks and easy access to Perrysburg, the highway, so many other beautiful areas of Northwest Ohio. So, let me sum it up for you really quick what we talked about. If you move here, expect a school district with a good reputation, caring teachers, diverse programming, and a strong sense of community. But be aware, academic performance is mixed. Some schools in Maumee shine, others are just average. You'll probably need to dig into which specific school you'd be zoned for. Grades in reading and math aren't universally high across all schools, but they are improving. Compared to Sylvania or Perrysburg, you may pay less for housing and live in a district where your child gets more individualized attention, but you might also give up the absolute top level academics, the newest facilities, or some of the other prestige those other districts have. If you value affordability, community, and you're okay with some variability in performance, Maumee is definitely worth considering. If your top priorities are state top test scores or cutting edge facilities, you may want to compare Maumee closely with some of its rivals. Now, if you want to see how Maumee stacks up in cost, school ratings, and amenities versus Sylvania, Perrysburg, Anthony Wayne, Ottawa Hills, or anywhere else, feel free to reach out to me directly, and I'm happy to help guide you in the direction that makes the most sense for you based on what you're after. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found this information helpful. If so, feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Northwest Ohio real estate tips. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.